was going to wait to cover this after the series had gone the distance, but this story is evolving nicely and I cannot wait to tell you guys about it. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a tip. Donate. It helps me grow. It helps me put out more content. Now, let us begin. DC vs Vampire, Volume 3, Codename Designation, World War V. And our story continues with the arrival of 2 Green Lanterns from outer space. But this couldn't be Earth. Why does it look cold? Why does it look silent? Kyle and John realize that something is clearly wrong. This is not the Earth we know. What happened? What happened to the people? Well, they got their answer quick because a bunch of heroes were standing right behind them and they let them know something before all the heroes, or rather every human being on Earth. John, ever vigilant, noticed, "Where's Hal?" And they replied, "Hal is dead." He wanted to know who killed him, and they replied back, "Well, the humans did. They tore him apart, just like we're about to do to you." But these were 2 of the best Green Lanterns to ever exist. They were holding their own. They were tactically sound as well, because the second they realized they were being swarmed, they took their leave. They were that sharp. Wonder Woman saw this from the distance, annoyed. "Do I have to do everything myself?" She came in hard, going straight for Kyle. She knocked him so hard his construct shattered and he landed on the snow. "Welcome, Kyle. Earth is different. Have you noticed?" He said he has. Constructing a sword and going to battle with Wonder Woman, but she was Wonder Woman. You make jest before your death. Foolish. Before stabbing him like a goddamn puppet. John saw this and wanted to help his friend, but he got chopped out of the air by Elastic Man. The vampires were brutal. They didn't give a damn. They even let Elastic Man know he wasn't yours to consume. Forgetting the fact that this is actually John Stewart. He isn't afraid to go lethal when he needs to, and he tries his best. But these were vampires, and they were starving. It didn't take long for him to die. And as we all know, when a Green Lantern dies, his rings goes to the next person. Wonder Woman, however, just finished having a snack. She carried down the decrepit corpse of Kyle. She was evil, and I loved it. But that was 9 months ago. The world as we know it is decrepit and cold now. No sign of human life, and any humans who were found were hunted and stored for food. But someone was never going to let that happen. That someone was Damian Wayne. He was a vampire, yes. Matter of fact, he had awakened a whole mass of vampire armies, and he was using them as his own personal hunting dogs, and it was working. He had one goal in mind: distort vampires' livelihood, make it harder for them to survive. And this was his way of doing it. The vampires were confused. "You're one of us. What are you doing? This package is for the queen." But Damian didn't give a damn about your fucking queen. Calling for Batwoman, who was now a vampire as well. They were going to give him a message to send, and they were going to write it in holy water on his forehead. They were coming, and they were coming for Barbara. As he set off running, Damian and his people went to the back and released all the humans that have been contained. They gave their thanks, but he was like, "Why are you thanking me? You're lunch." He was a bad guy now. I mean, he was good, but he was still bad. The world was now operating in total gray. You would think after Supergirl released the sun, humanity would have been on top. Nah, they had to sign a treaty. And tonight, the treaty was put at risk because of one man. Because of one boy, Damian Wayne. Grodd came here as a diplomat, but he was on no kumbaya shit, and they didn't like him either. He came here with a warning: Damian Wayne needs to be taken care of. The humans pointed out that he's a vampire, he's one of yours, but Grodd didn't care. He's a vampire with alliances of human. Take care of him, or we will come, and the treaty will be broken. Your people will die. Make a choice. The choice, however, was already made because Talia stepped up. "Threaten my son again, and I will kill you where you stand. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid ape." Grodd did leave, but out of respect for his queen, warning Constantine to take care of his people. And Talia didn't want to hear it. "We are not killing my son. If any of you even think about it, you die." And in all honesty, she was right. Green Arrow knew it as well. We have become soft because of this treaty. We are not meant to negotiate with these monsters. We are meant to put them down. John Constantine was the forefront for this treaty. He was his fault they were in this situation, and Green Arrow knew it. He wasn't fucking with them at all. Sadly enough, the treaty itself was a fraud because vampires were vampires. They were hunting people on the streets. They were hunting one man in particular because he smelt of blood. Running for his very life, he never planned to get caught. I mean, they chased him into a corner and he was just gone just like that, only to notice he was on the roof. This man was quick. Why was he so quick for a human? They didn't let up though, because the vampires were starving and he smelt of food. They approached him slowly and they saw he was carrying a child. This excited them. He brought an appetizer, only to realize this man was a vampire himself. Stay back. But why would they? He was the man that has been foretold, a vampire with a human child. Get him. The queen will reward us for this, but their reward was death because someone was here. The bat was here, but that is impossible. Batman is dead. This Batman, however, didn't give a damn. He took them all out. He was very proficient with his blade. Even when the last vampire begged for mercy, he did not hesitate to take him out swiftly, making sure to save the kid and her vampire companion. Could this really be Batman? Could this really be the Dark Knight? Well, we don't find out today, but we will. Because the forces of humanity have become restless. Green Arrow has become restless. The sun is here. The stars are so beautiful, but we are left scurrying like rats. And this is all that British bastard's fault. Canary was like, bro, you guys are friends. What is up with you? And he made it clear, we're friends of course, but John caused this. We could have won the war, and he made us sign a treaty. I lost so much to these bloodsuckers, they do not get to win. And honestly, this time his girl agreed with him. She even proposed they move together. And as we've come to find out, when these two put their heads together, they are dangerous. But things were cooking up in the shadows. The queen of vampires was pissed off. Grodd had just returned and he was reporting the news from the human side. They didn't know the whereabouts of the demon child Damian Wayne, and Barbara couldn't have him spilling the secrets that she was farming human lives for food. And at this point, Aquaman was pissed off. Why exactly are we worried about some humans finding out? We could just eradicate them. Barbara thought different, and he sought to question her choice. This was a mistake. You question me? I am your queen by blood. I made the choice to sign the treaty because our victory was no longer assured. Think of that before you question me again. Now, get out of my sight. Absolutely fuming, she went to bask in the night sky, remembering how it used to be when someone greeted her from the shadows. It was a vampire, one of Damian's. She screamed for her guards, but they didn't come. She didn't need them. She was the queen. More than that, she was Batgirl. This guy was not here to fight, nah. He comes with a message from Damian Wayne. Right outside, Guerrilla Grodd could tell straight up that his queen was in trouble, but it was too late. Damian Wayne says, this is the fate of all tyrants, before pushing a button and eradicating the queen of vampires. With this simple act, the war was back on. With this simple act, multiple people were going to die. We cannot wait to see who. Thank you so much for watching this video. And remember, you could leave a tip, you could donate. I'm open for everything. Support this channel however you see fit. Have a good day.